प्रथमं सद्गुरुं वन्दे श्रीकृष्णं तदनन्तरं गुरुः पापात्मनां त्राता श्रीकृष्णस्त्वमलात्मना। राधा करावचित पल्लववल्लरीके राधा पदांक विलसन मधुरस्थलीके राधा यशो मुखरमत्त खगा वलीके राधा विहार विपिने रमतां मनो में। नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलपादाय नमस्ते कमलेक्षण। यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रणोति तस्मै तद्ग्वंहा देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। Bumblebee of the lotus feet of Hari Guru. Now, after 2 minutes chanting, we will start the subject of today. Bhajo Giridhar Govind Gopala 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 Bhajo Murli Manohar Nand Lala 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 Bhajo Mor Mukut Murli Wala 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 Bhajo भजो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला भजो
गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
भजो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
भजो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
भजो प्रेम अगाधे श्री राधे
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 जेहि रसिक शिरोमणि आराधे
जेहि रसिक शिरोमणि आराधे
जेहि रसिक शिरोमणि आराधे
जेहि रसिक शिरोमणि आराधे
भजो रसिक शिरोमणि आराधे
जेहि रसिक शिरोमणि आराधे
भजो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
भजो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
भजो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
भजो गिरिधर गोविंद गोपाला
बोले श्रीमद् सतगुरु सरकार की जय श्रीमद् युगल सरकार की जय 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 श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे So far we were speaking the first level of devotion, which is named as Prem. The second level of devotion is Sneha. When the devotee goes on the apex of Prem, then the next level is called Sneha. Aruhya paramam kashtham prema chid deepa deepanaha dravayan hridayanesha sasneho parikirtitaha. Ujjwal Neelmani says that when the love goes up to the highest level, then prema chid deepa deepanaha, then there is the revelation of sneha. And what happens at this level? Dravayan hridayanesha, the heart, it melts, it becomes overwhelmed. Like you see, Sneh is a Sanskrit word, and the meaning of Sneh is oil. Oil is used for lubrication, to make anything very smooth. So when the devotee reaches on the highest level of love, the level of Prem, then the heart becomes more confident. In the beginning, when somebody realizes God, that time he always tries to please Shyam Sundar. Soon as Shyam Sundar appears in front of the devotee, he likes to welcome him as much as he can, and he also uses the words of love, the actions of love. He offers the garland and all kind of puja and respect he pays. But gradually, when the love increases, then this confidence also increases that he is mine. Now, he will never leave me. He is the ocean of love. He will always give me love. He will not leave me at all. When this kind of confidence increases, then all kind of formalities go away gradually. So now she does not shows, the devotee does not shows her love by words or by actions, but love increases. Love is increasing by leaps and bounds, but she does not express it. For example, there was a gopi and she wanted to meet Shyamsundar immediately. She has been waiting since night. She was desperate to leave the home with any excuse and go for the darshan of Shyamsundar. When the devotee is desperate to see Shyamsundar, then Shyamsundar is also desperate to see the devotee. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tans tathaiva bhajamyaham. So the gopi wanted to go, but her mother-in-law gave lots of rice to beat it. And she said, without finishing all this rice, you cannot go anywhere. You have to finish it first. So she was crying. She was remembering Sri Krishna and continuously crying. Then Sri Krishna came over and he sat down in front of the gopi. And then the gopi said to Sri Krishna, "What are you doing sitting over here? If you don't have to do anything, why are you sitting like this over here? So what should I do? Don't you see that I am beating this rice for a long time? I am tired. Can you not help me?" Then Lord Krishna took that beater and he started beating, and he was crying continuously that she loves me so much. So there is no formality. Before that, if Shyamsundar is doing something, the devotee had to say, "No, you don't do it, I will do it." Now she is saying that you do it. This kind of sneh, this kind of love, but there is no formality at all, then it is called sneh. The next step of love is man. What happens in man? Snehut krishtata vapya madhuryam mananavayam yodharyat tadakshinyam saman ityavidhiyate. Ujjwal Nilmani. When sneh goes on the highest level, then man appears. In man, not only the gopis pay any attention or they do not believe in any kind of formality, rather their behavior becomes inverted, upside down. The gopi is waiting for Shyamsundar for a long time, shedding tears in his memory all the time. But when Shyamsundar comes to the gopi, because each and every moment he is noticing that how desperate is she. When Lord Krishna says that now it is hard for her to live without me, her heart will burst out, then he must appear in front of the devotee. So when Shyamsundar comes in front of the devotee, then the devotee says, "Why have you come? Get out from here. Who called you?" She was going to sell the yogurt and Shyamsundar is coming behind the gopi. And she is not listening. She is calling again, "Gopi, listen to me. Look at me." But she is not listening deliberately. And when he says again and again, he is calling the gopi again and again, and she does not listen, then he is trying to pull her chunri. Then the gopi Shots like this, the chunri, and she says, Munchanchalam chanchala pashyalokam balo sinalokayase kalankam bhavam na janasi vilasininam gopal gopalan panditosi Munchanchalam. Oh naughty boy, chanchalam, munchanchalam, leave my chunri. Don't you see, people are looking at us? They will make stories against us. You are Gopal. You know only how to take care of the cows. That's all. You have no other knowledge. You don't know what is love and how to do it. You don't know. Sri Krishna, who is the ocean of love, where the love comes from, the gopi is teaching the love to him. And she is saying, you know nothing about love because you are uncivilized person. You always live with the uncivilized Gwalwal. That's why you know nothing about anything else. A gopi is going somewhere to sell the yogurt. I think if you have been in Barsana Parikrama Marg, you must have seen that if somebody goes for Barsana to Vrindavan, there is a very narrow lane to go across. We call in between there are some hills. And if you are going, crossing, there is just that wide, one lane comes. Everybody has to go from there. That is called Sankari Khor. Only one person can pass from that line at a time. Only one person. So when the gopi was passing through that Sankari Khor, Shyam Sundar came and he stopped him from going there. Then the gopi said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Nothing. Give me some yogurt and then you go. I will let you go when you give me some yogurt." She said, "No, I will not give you. Let me go. Because I have to go to Vrindavan and then I have to go back again. It will take very long time. If I'll come late, then my mother-in-law would ask me where I have been. She will scold me. That's why let me go." Sri Krishna is saying that I'm not stopping you. Just give me some yogurt and then you can go. Then she says, "If you will not give me, then Kans Raja pe karu pukar, then I will make a complaint to the king, Kans. Masak bandhwaye lagave mar." Then he will call some very strong people and then he will beat you. Then you will understand that what you are doing with us. Then Sri Krishna asks the gopi, "You are telling that you will call or you will complain with King Kans. So tell me one thing. Kans ka khasam lage tero. You are taking the name of Kans. Kans is your husband. Why would you go to him? And listen to me one thing. Sakhi mohi deja dadhi ko daan bhari guman divani dolate." Sri Krishna is saying, you are so arrogant, you are so saying arrogantly, "No, I will not give." Bhari guman divani dolat. Then Sri Krishna says, "You should know, I think you don't recognize me. Haum braj ko sartaj na janat. Haum braj ko sartaj na janati. Bhari garur guvan sakhi mohi deja dadhi ko daan." Probably you don't know that I am the king of Vrindavan. The gopi laughed at Sri Krishna. That you are self-made king. You say yourself that you are a king, but you are not the king. You remember Shri Radharani? How do you reach her? You stand far because of the fear of Shri Radharani. And you know who am I? You said you are the king of Vrindavan. You know who am I? Who are you? Ho Lalita Vishubhanu Laliki Sakhiyan Parama Pradhan Sakhi Mohi Deja Dadhi Kudan. She said, I am the Lalita, the chief amongst all the Sakhis of Sri Radharani. If I will tell Sri Radha about your this mischievous things, then you can never reach Sri Radharani. She will not let you come in her palace at all. And one more thing I am reminding you to stop this kind of things. What? Abhi jaye kaho yashumati te karu sati ko dhyan. Whenever the Sakhis complained against Shri Krishna, they go to Yashoda ji, then Yashoda ji always shows him the sati. Okay, Kanhaiya, I am listening so many complaints against you. Now today I will fix you up. When she takes the sati in her hand, then Thakurji's whole body trembles like that. What is that sati? It is very thin and small sati. Why? He is so much scared. The Vedas say for him, Bhayat Dasyagnish Tapati Bhayat Tapati Surya Bhayat Indrascha Vayuscha Mrityur Dhavati Panchamaha. He is the one. Even the fear fears him. The Yamraj goes 5 steps back looking towards him. All other Devi Devtas also tremble in front of him. But what is special in this sati? That he trembles in front of Yashoda Maiya looking towards the sati. And he requests, shedding tears, and requests, Mare mat Maiya vachan bharwaile, Mare mat Maiya Bhaiya ki khawale, चाहे बाबा की खवाए ले, क्षीर सागर में चाहे ठाड़ो करवाए ले, मारे मत मैया वचन भरवाए ले. He is requesting. So you forgot about this thing? If I will make a complaint to Maiya Yashoda, then you have to have the sati of a Maiya. And Thakurji smiled and said that I don't care for sati as well. Why? Kaha kripalu sakhi ho sati bal. Now, he's saying, because I have been always beaten by sati, by Amma, by Yashodati Maiya, that's why खात भये बलवान, साठी खा खा कर मैं बलवान हुआ हूँ. I am very strong just because of the sati. So if you make a complaint to my Maiya, I don't care for that also. So here also the gopi deliberately went from that path where Lord Krishna used to go, because she wanted Sri Krishna should have the bhog of my yogurt. He must take it. This was her desire. But because this is the bhav of man, she does not say anything directly, rather indirectly. In an averted way, she says, she wants to Sri Krishna to have his makhan. So this is man. And after that, the next one is pranay. In pranay, the feeling of love becomes very strong. The devotee always thinks about the beauty, virtues, attraction, affection, everything of Sri Krishna only. At that stage, she does not desire that much that he should come to me. Rather, she is always thinking about Sri Krishna and she feels like I am always with Sri Krishna. This kind of elevated bhav of love is called pranaya. Sri Maharaj Ji has written many pads of this bhav as well. I remember one. Radha Vallabh Pran Hamaru Kotin Pran Varidau Lakhi Sakhi Kotin Pran Varidau Lakhi Sakhi Neko Mand Muskan Hamaru Radha Vallabh Pran Hamaru. She is thinking about this, about Sri Krishna like this. Chitovani chapal lakhahu apalak dig palak kalap sam jaan hamaru Radha Vallabh Pran Hamaru. This kind of feelings are called pranaya. Very strong feeling of love, very strong feeling of Rup Dhyan, feeling all the time that Sri Krishna is with me. And I am sacrificed on each and everything, each and every action, his beauty, his attributes, everything. I am sacrificed on everything of Shyam Sundar. This stage of love is called pranaya. Higher than that is rag. For rag, dukkha matyantikam chitte sukhatvenaiva vyanjate. When there is lots of distress, there lots of pain, in lots of pain also, she feels extremely happy. Why? If with that thing Sri Krishna is happy, if anything is there which makes Sri Krishna happy, then no matter how much pain she has to bear for that, it becomes naturally, it becomes the source of highest kind of happiness for the devotee. It never happens in material, it cannot happen. But there it happens. You must have heard many times an episode of Bhagavad that when Sri Krishna pretended just to teach, because the queens, Rukmani, Satyabhama, etc., they also had a doubt that why Sri Krishna loves the gopis, loves Sri Radharani so much. We all the queens belong to very, very high clans of kings. Plus, we are so beautiful. Rukmani ji is called Tribhuvan Sundari. Nobody was that beautiful as Rukmani ji was, Satyabhama ji was. That's why they used to think that we are so beautiful, we have all good qualities, we are the daughters of big kings, even then, if he is sleeping, putting his head in our lap, and somebody takes the name of Sri Radha, then he forgets about everything and he comes in ecstasy saying Radha, Radha. What is this? Why he loves him so much? It was a question in their mind. To give that answer to all those queens, Sri Krishna pretended like I am having headache. All the queens were trying their best, giving all kind of herbs, all kind of medicines, but he was not having any comfort. Then, by the way, Naradji came over there and he asked what's the matter. And then when he came to know that Sri Krishna is having headache, then he smiled. Oh, how can he have the headache? We have headache because we have so many worries. What worries he had? That's why this pain is made by him himself. But there should be some reason, there should be some leela of Sri Krishna. Then he went to Sri Krishna and he asked that, I know, this pain is created by yourself. So tell me that what is your medicine? What do you want? Then he said, if you bring the foot dust of any devotee who loves me and let me smear it in my forehead, then I will be okay. Naradji, first of all, Naradji thought, why should I not do that? I am also a devotee. I love Sri Krishna. He was going to do, but he said, no. I should be away from this matter. I don't know what is his leela. Once he has given me the face of a monkey. Now I don't know what is his leela right now, so I should be away from this. Then he went to all the queens. They said, Maharajji, what happened to you? He is a husband. An ordinary lady will not give her foot dust for her husband, and you are asking us for Sri Krishna? Are you okay? If you ask for our life, we can give life to Sri Krishna, but not the foot dust. Then he went everywhere to all the great Paramhans, Yogindra, Munin, everyone who were claiming that Sri Krishna is my Ishtadev. We love him, we sacrifice our life for him. They all denied, and all of them said that we can give our life for Sri Krishna, but not the foot dust to apply on the forehead. He came back and he asked Sri Krishna, I went everywhere. Naradji is called Abad Gati, means he has to just resolve. Only by resolving he can reach any time within no time. So he came back to Sri Krishna and he asked that I went everywhere, but I couldn't get your medicine. You tell me, where is your pharmacy? Where can I get it? Then he said, did you go to Braj? No, I didn't go there. Go there. When all these queens did not give, the Brajvasis are uneducated, uncivilized. How would they understand anything? No, just try, go. Then he went. And when the gopis came to know that Naradji is coming from Sri Krishna, they immediately surrounded Naradji and asked, how is Sri Krishna? Everybody was asking, how is Sri Krishna? And he said with this sad face that he said he is not well at this time because he is having headache. Oh Naradji, then what are you doing here? You should go and bring some medicine immediately for him. He said, I came here for the medicine only. Here for medicine? Yes. What medicine? He wants the foot dust of any of his devotee to smear on his forehead. If you can give, then he will be okay. The gopis are only this thing. Take as much as you can. All the gopis were ready to give foot dust. Take Narad as much as you want and go immediately as soon as it is possible. Narad was stunned. Gopis, what are you doing? Do you know that? You are giving your foot just to Sri Krishna. You know about him? Who is he? Naradji, this is not the time of argument. You just go because he is having pain. You go. You want to say that Sri Krishna is his divine personality, is God. And if we will give our foot test to apply on the forehead, then we will go to hell. This is what you want to say. Yes, you will go to Raurav Narak, the worst one. Then the gopis smile and say, Naraji, if he gets comfort, he is happy only with this foot dust, then we don't mind going to Narak. We have been many times Narak before. Once we will go again. Naraji said, you have to live over there for millions of lives. We don't mind it. Shri Krishna should be happy. After that, whatever we have to undergo is okay. We want to see him happy. If we will live in Narak as well, from there also we will always wish for his happiness only. Whatever we can do anytime for his happiness, we will do that. This is the symptom of Rag Bhakti. The devotees of Rag Bhakti come up to this level. The next level is called Anurag Bhakti. The elevated form of Rag Bhakti is Anurag Bhakti. What happens in Anurag Bhakti? Rago bhaven navanavam. Every time, although Sri Krishna is standing in front of them, Sada anubhutamapi. They are seeing Sri Krishna, experiencing the beauty of Shyam Sundar is still. It is every time it is changing. It becomes new. Every time they are seeing newness in each and every part of Sri Krishna. They look towards eyes. They think that this is the most beautiful part in his body. Then they look towards forehead. Oh no, this is the most beautiful part in his body. Then the gopis look towards the lips. No, this is the best part. Again they look towards eyes and they think that this is the best part. Oh no, I was wrong. This is the best part. So every time when they see the ever new beauty in the body of Shyam Sundar forever, then that standard of love is called Anurag Bhakti. Maharaj Ji has written a beautiful pad, all of you know. Anupama Rupa Neelamani Kori Anupama Rupa Pratyangani Chave Koti Anangani Pratyangani Chave Koti Anangani Sushma Sudha Sar Rasabori Anupama Rupa Neelamani Kori Anupama Rupa Jinahilangani Nainan Nirakhat Jinahilangani Nainan Nirakhat तिनाहीन कहाँ कहाँ सरस बड़ोरी अनुपम रूप नीलमणि कोरी अनुपम रूप. when the gopi is seeing ever new beauty all the time, then what is happening? Nakh shekh lakhi sakhi आँखियाँ न होते, नख शिख लाखे सखी आँखियाँ न होते, पल पल तल फती, पल पल तल फती, देखन कोरी अनुपम रूप, नीलमणि कोरी anupam रूप. She is seeing the beauty of Shyam Sundar. Shyam Sundar is standing in front of her, but still her desire to see him is increasing every time. Sada manbhutamapi kuryan nava nava priyam. Anurago bhaven nava. Ujjwal Nilmani is saying, bhaven nava navam priyam. Every time it is increasing, and it is increasing the desire of seeing Shyam Sundar as well. This stage of love is called Anurag Bhakti. And when the devotee reaches at the highest level of Anurag Bhakti, then it turns into Bhavavesh Bhakti. Bhavavesh Bhakti is that kind of love that when the many kinds of loving sentiments increase abundantly in the heart, and it increases so much, it goes to the so high level that the people who are sitting over there, they are also affected. They know that now she is at this level of love. Because love is something which is always hidden. All the lovers want to hide their love. Because this is the principle of love. Gopaniyam, gopaniyam, gopaniyam pratnata. One has to hide it. But at the stage of Bhavavesh Bhakti, the devotee cannot hide. Shri Maharaj Ji has written a pad and indicated this philosophy in that pad. प्रीत की आति आट पाट गति आय, प्रीत की आति आट पाट गति आय, कहत रसिक जन गोपनीय यहाँ, कहत रसिक जन गोपनीय सोचत उचित उपाय, प्रेम की अति आट पाट गति आय, प्रे जब प्रेम सिंधु बड़ी उमड़त, पै जब प्रेम सिंधु बड़ी उमड़त, कौन थाह एहि पाय, प्रीत की आति आट पाट गति आय. This is so miraculous, the love is so miraculous that nobody can understand what is going on at what time. It is said in all the scriptures that one has to hide his prem. All the Rasiks say the same thing. And all the Rasiks try their best to hide their level of love. But sometimes that condition also comes when one cannot hide it. Pੈ jab prem sindhu badi umagat. If the ocean is brimming, the ocean of love is brimming in the heart, kaun tha ehi paaye. Nobody can know, nobody can fathom the love at that time. Prati angani. Each and every part of the body, it is also vibrating because of the love. That time, man buddhi det dubai. That time, neither the mind work in this world and nor the intellect. Everything drowns in the love. When the love comes like that, when love is brimming out, then nobody can know what is happening, nobody can control it. And the people who are seeing, they know that what is going on. You must have seen many times this kind of bhav in Sri Maharaj Ji also. When Sri Maharaj Ji was in Bhavavesh and he was dancing, it was obviously seen that he is enjoying the ocean of bliss. Sometimes spreading both of his hands, he was screaming very loud. And he was raising his chest also, like there is no limit of his bliss. Sometimes he was dancing on one leg for 1 minute, 2 minutes, that long. He was dancing. Sometimes he was laughing for a long time. He was just laughing. Sometimes he was crying. Nobody could know that what is happening, what is he seeing, what he is experiencing. Nobody could know. Sometimes we're acting like he is doing man. He is annoyed. He was acting like that. Then we could guess, probably Sri Maharaj Ji is seeing this, he is in the pastime. He is the part of some pastime and he is doing like that. We were just guessing. But nobody can know. Kaun tha yahi paaye. Nobody can really imagine that what is going on at this time. That is called Bhavavesh. And the higher than Bhavavesh is Mahabhav. Only, as I have mentioned it before as well, that only the gopis who attended Maharas, they can reach the level of Mahabhav. That is the highest level where the Jeev can go. When they reach the level of Mahabhav, then any kind of happiness, the maximum happiness, becomes like a misery for them if Sri Radha Krishna are not happy with that. And any kind of misery becomes the source of happiness for them if they are the source of happiness of Sri Radha Krishna. They do not have anything else in their mind except the happiness of Yugal Sarkar, Sri Radha Krishna. Some of these gopis, the Samartha Rati gopis, go up to Mahabhav, and in Mahabhav as well, few gopis go up to Rudha Bhav. Rudha Bhav means when they enjoy all the time the pastimes of Sri Radha Krishna for his happiness. All the gopis have only one kamna, tat sukha sukhitvam. And these gopis are not the ordinary gopis. They are Kaya Vyu Swarupa of Sri Radha Rani. Kaya means body. All these gopis are those who go up to Rudha Bhav. They are the body of the ideology of the love of Sri Radha Rani. The highest ideology of Sri Radha is Tat Sukha Sukhitvam. being happy in the happiness of beloved is the highest ideology of love. Shri Maharaj Ji defines it in one sentence. Swasukh kamana gandh lesh shunya Shri Krishna sukhaik tatparyamayi nishkam seva. Shri Maharaj Ji defines it like this. Tat sukha sukhitvam. So these gopis, their level of love is very high, highest. Because, in fact, Mahabhav splits in two, Rud Bhav and Adhirud Bhav. Adhirud Bhav is not meant for any jeev, but Rud Bhav, all the gopis can go up to Rud Bhav. The main characteristics of Rud Bhav are few, which I am going to explain now. According to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Ujjwal Nilmani, Vidagdha Madhav, etc., the scriptures of Bhakti, they have described that there are 5 main characteristics of these gopis who have reached Mahabhav, Rud Bhav. Number 1, Nimesha Sahata. The meaning of this is that they cannot bear the separation of Sri Krishna. If they are separated from seeing Sri Krishna, even for 1 second, it becomes unbearable for them. Nimesh is the smallest unit of time. 1 minute is equivalent to 1687 nimesh. It's such a short period. We do like this. 1 blinking of eye is nimesh. And if they are deprived from the darshan of Sri Krishna, just for 1 nimesh, it becomes unbearable for them. As I have explained before as well, when the gopis, in the evening when Shyam Sundar comes back after grazing the cows, that time gopis are waiting since morning, since he left for the forest to graze the cows. They saw Shyam Sundar at that time. They were standing somewhere secretly and they saw the glimpse of Shyam Sundar. And with the support, with the help of that glimpse, whole day they were thinking about Shyam Sundar. The same kind of chavi, the same glimpse having in the heart, they were somehow just spending the day. And when Shyam Sundar was coming back, they were waiting for that time. Then, when Shyam Sundar comes back, he plays his flute. Other people know that he plays his flute because it is his hobby. He likes playing flute. That's why he's playing flute. No. There are many purposes. Each and every action of God and the saints has some purpose. They do not do anything without any purpose. What is the purpose when he is playing flute? Because the sakhas are going with him. So sakhas are also enjoying. They are not feel tired. They don't feel tired. They are happy. They are dancing. When Sri Krishna is playing flute, they are also dancing. They are very happy. The cows, they are also very happy. They are shedding tears. And milk is also flowing from the others. They are so happy. But the main purpose of playing flute is to inform the gopis who are waiting since morning for Shyam Sundar. He wants to inform them that now I am coming back. So you be ready to see me. So all the gopis, Immediately they make some excuse and they go here and there to see Shyam Sundar. There are some gopis, they don't find any excuse to go out of their house. Then they go on the top of their house to see Shyam Sundar. And they say Shyam Sundar that Atatiyat bhavananni kanane trutir yugayate tvam apashyatam. Sri Krishna, when you go to the forest, Atatiyat bhavananni kanane, anni mane in the daytime, kanane in the forest. When you go in the forest in the daytime, trutir yugayate tvam apashyatam. Without seeing you, each and every moment goes like an era. Kutilo kuntalam srimukham chate. Your curly hair, your beautiful moon-like face. We always remember it. And to see the same face, your curly hair playing on your cheeks, and your swaying gait, playing murli in your hand, all these scenes, this kind of scene is so spectacular and we want to see it. But that time we enjoy your beauty, but at the same time we get annoyed on Brahma also. Why do you get annoyed on Brahma? Because he is so foolish that he made only 2 eyes in our body. If he was a wise person, then he could make eyes in the whole body. So we can enjoy your beauty from each and every pore of our body. But he didn't do that. He made only 2 eyes, plus he made the eyelid and giving the nature of blinking. He cannot imagine, he cannot understand that the time of one blink is like an era for us. It is like a yuga. 4,32,000 years. It seems like that long, one blink of eyes. Imagine the love of the gopis, that only the blinking of eyes becomes like a yuga for them. So they are saying Sri Krishna, although we are very happy, we enjoy a lot your beauty, your walk, your flute, everything, but we get annoyed on Brahma because he made only 2 eyes. So this is Nimeshapahata. They cannot bear the delay of 1 second without seeing Shyam Sundar. And number 2 is, when the love of the gopi affects those as well who are sitting over there. Asanna Janna Hita Vilodanam. Ujjwal Nilmani gives this kind of bhav, this name. The people who are sitting, they also get affected. When Rukmini, etc., they also had doubt that why Sri Krishna loves these gopis so much. Then once what happened, there was some festival. And all the queens, they went to Kurukshetra. By the way, Shri Radharani also came over there with the huge group of the gopis. When Rukmini, etc. queens came to know that Shri Radharani is also here, then they wished to have darshan of Shri Radharani because they heard so much about Shri Radha. And they were also wondering that why Sri Krishna loves her so much. What is that special thing in Shri Radha? So they expressed their desire to Sri Krishna that we want to invite Shri Radha in our tent. Can we? Shri Krishna said, okay, you can invite her. They invited and Shri Radha came. As soon as Shri Radha entered their tent, Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jamati, everybody was there, and as soon as they saw Shri Radha, they were stunned. They were looking towards Shri Radha so surprisingly, and they were thinking in their mind, can someone be so beautiful? Our beauty is nothing in front of Shri Radha. Probably that's why Shri Krishna loves her so much. Oh, she is extremely beautiful. So they were very much impressed on the beauty of Shri Radha. Then they gave full respect. They welcomed her. They gave respect. They gave something to eat, etc. And then they were talking to Shri Radha. Lakshmana asked one question. Shri Radha, you love Shri Krishna as your beloved. Yes. And all of your friends, these gopis, they also love Shri Krishna as their beloved. Yes. You know that? Yeah. And Shri Krishna also loves them as their beloved. Yes. So I am surprised when all these gopis love Shri Krishna with the same kind of relationship. He is your beloved. He loves you the most. Even then he goes to the gopis, and you know all that. Are you not jealous? Are you not jealous to these gopis, or you are not annoyed with Shri Krishna? Why does he go to these gopis? Shri Radha smiled and she said, tell me only one thing. First thing is this, if my beloved loves them, if she wants to go to them, then why would I stop him? Because I love Shri Krishna. He is my beloved. And the main ideal of love is that we should serve the beloved to make him happy. Service means to serve, to please the person who you are serving. So if he is happy to go with them, then I should help him in going over there, enjoy his visits to them. Why should I stop him? And secondly, one more thing which is very important. What is that? Chandro yathaiko bahavaschakora suryo yathaiko bahavadrishasyu Shri Krishna Chandro Bhagavans tathaiko bhakta bhaginyo bahavayansyu. Chandro yathaiko. Chandrama is only one, the moon is only one. And Bahavash Chakoraha. Chakor are so many. There are a large number of chakor. If one chakor bird will monopolize, he will say that it is my only, moon is mine, nobody else can see it. Then what the other chakor will do? They will die. Because moon is the life of all the birds, all the chakor birds. Suryo yathaiko. There is only one sun, and we all are getting light from Surya, from the sun. If one person will occupy the sun, if one person says that this is the sun is under my control only, then how would we take the sight? How would we take the light in our eyes? In the same way, Shri Krishna Chandro Bhagavans Tathaiko. Shri Krishna alone is the one who everybody should love. He is Bhagavan. He is the beloved of all the living beings. If I will not allow other living beings to love Shyam Sundar, then they will die, because then they will love the material beings and they will go to hell. They will never attain happiness, because only and only Sri Krishna is the ocean of happiness. He is the only one who is happiness. So if I will stop them from loving Shyam Sundar, then they will, what will they do? So that's why, because I know that he is the only personality who should be loved by all. He is the only one. That's why I am not jealous. I wish. No, if any gopi comes and she loves Sri Krishna, I become more happy. Seeing the number of gopis increasing, I become very happy. I am not jealous to them. When they listen to all that, the voice of Shri Radha was so sweet. The way of talking was so humble, so sweet. Everything was so sweet in Shri Radharani that they realized that yes, Shri Radharani is something which she is the Supreme Personality. And in fact, Rama, Uma, Brahmani, etc., they are the constituent of Shri Radharani. That's why they cannot be beautiful or virtuous like Shri Radharani. So this is called, when everybody is impressed on the love, so they realized that that is the true love. We are not even near Shri Radha. Look at her love, it's so deep, so selfless, they realized it. Likewise, Uddhavji Maharaj, Sri Krishna wanted to give him, because he was Jnani. Sri Krishna wanted him to attain love as well, because this avatar, Sri Krishna avatar, was only to impart love. So people would say in future that you came to give your love to all the living beings, but your fastest friend Uddhav, why was he deprived from love? Why didn't you give that love to him as well? That's why he wanted him also to attain love. But because he was his friend and he was older as well than Sri Krishna, and he was Jnani, he always thought Sri Krishna is not a Jnani, he is a villager and he knows only to play Murli. He always thought that I have lots of knowledge, I am more knowledgeable than Sri Krishna. That's why Sri Krishna thought if I would say him something, I will teach him something about love, then he would say, be quiet, I know more than you. He will say like that. That's why Sri Krishna is very clever in doing acting. So he pretended that I am very sad today. He pretended he is very, very sad. Then Uddhav came there, well, what happened? I never saw any sadness on your moon-like face. How come you are so sad today? Sri Krishna said, actually, the remembrance of Brajavasis is infesting me. I'm remembering them very much. Then he started giving the knowledge of Vedanta. What are you saying? You should know that all the living beings are Brahma, nobody belongs to anyone, this and that. He started giving the knowledge of Vedanta. Sri Krishna said, yes, you gave me very good knowledge. And now it is helping me. then do one thing. Go and give this knowledge to the gopis also, because they are also very much desperate and they are very sad without me, because they are also remembering me like this. So go and give this knowledge to them also. He said, they are totally uncivilized, uneducated. How can they attain the knowledge of Vedanta? You try, you are a very intelligent teacher. You go and try, probably you could give the knowledge to the gopis. He went over there in hope that I will have many disciples at one place. At a time, I don't have to do too much labor. He went over there, as you know, that they ridiculed Uddhavji in the beginning. And after that, they started saying that, Uddhav, you don't know. You say that you are Jnani, but you are not a Jnani. The Brahma, who you say that he is dwelling in each and every part of this world, and you say that you have to sit for meditation and then you have to visualize him in the form of the light. That is wrong. You are living yourself with the Brahma. And you know that your Brahma is the servant of all the Brajvasis. What? Yes, he comes behind us. He begs for butter, he begs for yogurt. Uddhavji was very mad at him, that what are you talking about? You are insulting my Brahma. How can he do like that? Then Shri Radharani indicated. And then the gopis show him. Uddhav, look at this. What is that? Oh, a gopi is sitting. She is in a man position, she is annoyed, and Shri Krishna is trying to please him. Look at that. Oh, a gopi is going with the pitcher of yogurt, and Shyam Sundar is going behind that gopi asking for a little bit of yogurt. Look at that. That is Yamunaji. What is there? Shri Krishna is helping a gopi to lift up the pitcher filled with water. So he was like crazy. He was saying, what is going on? Wherever I am seeing in this Braj, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, everywhere Shri Krishna is there. It means he is Brahma. And I was teaching them like this. At Yamuna river, a gopi was saying to her friend, सखी हो तो गई जमुना जल पे सो कहा कहो वीर विपत्ति परी गहराई के काली घटाऊ नहीं इतने में गागर शीश धरी रपट्यो पग घाट चढ़्यो ना गयो विमन्नन है के बिहाल गिरी चिरजीवहु नंद को बारो अरी गही बाह गरीब ने ठाड़ी करी. The gopi is saying that I went to take water at Yamuna river. When I filled up my pitcher and I was coming, then the stairs, they became, by the way, it has started raining and there was it became very slippery. So when I was going with the pitcher, I slipped and I fell. And because it was slippery, it was hard for me to get up. Then, by the way, Chirjivahu Nandako Baro, Baro means son. By the way, the son of Nand came over there and he gave me some support, holding my arm, and he helped me to get up. चिरे जीवाहु नंद को बारो अरी गही बाह गरीब ने. शी वाज रीडिंग द वर्ड फॉर श्री कृष्ण गरीब. जैसे हम लोग कहते हैं बेचारा, पुअर बॉय, पुअर सन ऑफ नंद हेल्प मी इन गेटिंग अप. Uddhav ji was surprised. He is poor in Braj. We worship him, we meditate upon his divine form, and here he is everywhere in this form, and these gopis are using the word poor for him. Some gopis are using the word chor, jar, shikhamani. You are chor, you are jar. These two words are very insulting for anyone. Chor means thief. Jar means the one who loves some other woman who is not his wife. These two are the worst things to say for someone. Some gopi is scolding him. So he saw all that. By the grace of Shri Radharani and by the gaze of the gopis, who are the emblem of love, he could understand that where was I? My jnana, my knowledge was nothing. Because they have achieved love of Sri Krishna. I was meditating upon him only in the form of a little spot of light and enjoying it. But he lives here in such a beautiful, in such an amorous way. He is plundering love everywhere. The Sakhar also is scolding. Maya, Yashoda is tying him. Whole Braj is like that. Then he understood, yes, why Sri Krishna sent me over here. Because I had the dry thing, dry jnana only. Now I have attained love which is full of ras. So, what happened to Uddhavji after that? लकी गोपिन को प्रेम नेम उधो को भूल्यो गावत गुण गोपाल फिरत कुंजन में भूल्यो छिन गोपिन के पग परत धन्य तुम्हारो प्रेम धाय धाय ध्रुम बेटई उद्धव छा के प्रेम. Sometimes she is going to the gopis, touching their feet, falling on their feet, saying that your love is really felicitous, it is so admirable, it is adorable. And sometimes being engrossed in love, he is drowned in love, he is crying, and sometimes he goes and embraces the trees, sometimes the creepers, and crying all the time. Because now he can see these trees, these creepers, even this earth is not ordinary. Each and every particle of this place, this Vrindavan, is filled with love. And after having this love, when Uddhav came, that time he was scolding Sri Krishna. Why are you crying? Are you crazy? There is nothing except Brahma, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Everything is only illusion. Why are you crying? And when he went back, he was crying himself. Then Sri Krishna saw him and he asked Uddhav, what happened? How come you are crying? Then he said in the beginning, Madho, tum pure thaghar. You are thug. You deceive everybody. You said to me to go and give knowledge to them. But look at me. Pothi patra chori char mam diyo banaye lavar udho tum pure thaghar. Madho. He said, I went to give knowledge, but they took away everything, all the source of my knowledge, and they also made me like this. Sri Krishna said, Uddhav, I did not deceive you. In fact, you could not understand. I told you, go and give this knowledge to them. It means bring love from them. Give this knowledge and take love from them. And you thought you are going to teach them? It is your mistake. I didn't say that. Then Uddhav ji is saying Shri Krishna, Udho dhanya dhanya brajanar. I cannot describe the love of these gopis. They are so divine, their knowledge is so high, nobody can imagine their status, the spiritual status. Their position is higher than Brahma, Shankar, etc. Everyone, much higher than them. सात्विक भाव आठहूँ इनमें, दीखत नित एक सार, उधो माधव धन्य धन्य ब्रजनार. All the sattvic bhav are seen in them all the time. And sahaj samadhi, सहज समाधि, सहज समाधि rahat nit inake. Somebody has to practice for samadhi, means deep meditation. But their samadhi is sahaj samadhi, means natural. They naturally always drown in your love. They don't have to sit for any samadhi, for any meditation. Their life is full of samadhi. Their life itself is a samadhi, because all the time they are in prem samadhi, because all the time sattvic bhav are revealed in their bodies. All the time they are remembering you. All the time they are talking about you, about your pastimes. Their mind is completely drenched in your memories. So, with the love of the gopis, Rukmini, etc., queens were impressed, and Uddhav was also impressed so much that he also attained the same love from the gopis. There is one more characteristic of the Rud Bhav gopis, Kalp Chanatvam. It means 1 second in separation, one moment seems like a kalp to them. Kalp Chanatvam. When the gopis are separated from Shyam Sundar, they are crying, they are remembering Sri Krishna. And the gopis say, that, oh, Sri Krishna has gone from here. He loved so much to us. And then, now, in separation of Sri Krishna, each and every moment is spent by us like a kalp. Ho rasiya kat surati bisari. Ho rasiya kat surati bisari. मग जोहत अखियाँ पत्थराई, हारी हेरी वे फिन बनवारी, हारी हेरी विपिन बनवारी. हो रसिया कत सुरती बितारी तारे गिनत जात सब यामिनी तारे गिनत जात सब यामिनी पलक एक युग सम लगे भारी निर्मोही कस मोही मोही अब निर्मोही कस मोही मोही अब तड़पावत बे पीर मुरारी हो रसिया कस surati visari. In this pad, Tare ginat jat sabiyamini, the gopi is saying, a whole night is spent without sleep. Tare ginat means counting the stars, means without sleeping. I spend the whole night without sleeping, whole night away. I stay up. And at that time, the whole night I cannot sleep, plus each and every moment of night goes like a yug, like an era. Palak ek yug sam lage bhari. Each and every moment becomes like an era. Not the whole night is becoming like an era. Each and every moment becomes like an era. This is the condition. Kalp Chanatvam. Uddhav ji is saying to Sri Krishna, Uddhav, when I was there, so they were spending the whole night like a little moment. But when I am not over there, the same nights, each and every moment of the same nights has become like a kalp. It has become like a kalp, and it means billions of lives. They spend like that. Tasta kshapa. Chapa means nights. Tasta kshapa prerita naivanita mayaiva vrindavana gocharena chanardhavatta punarangata sam nita maya Chanardhavatta punarang tasam hina maya kalpa sama bhubhubu. Hina maya, when I am not there, same nights, Chanardhavatta, when I was there, then whole night was going like half moment. Now the same nights have become kalpa sama bhubhu. The whole night, the nights are coming like one era, one kalp, not only era, one kalp. It has become that long. So this is another characteristic of the gopis who are at the Rud Bhav. There are some more characteristics of Rud Bhav, which I will explain tomorrow. बोलिए श्रीमद सतगुरु सरकार की जय, लाडली लाल की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे।